Come on the property. Come right here. Hey, buddy. At the end of the day, come right here. You're soft. That's you. Soft. You see how he went fast as fuck down that and slowed down right to about midsection and then sped up a little bit, and then this guy's looking over here. Look. They all think that they're slick. They just think it's funny games. These two are like selling drugs to each other or some type. The fathers don't want me to get involved because they love like their kids and shit. But like they're doing something together, these two. They're selling drugs of some type, okay? And then this family is involved with the military. He kind of likes me low-key because I've been helping out the Trump administration and shit. And they all have been in my phone sending stuff. Look, see this one right here? Look, now they're gonna close this or do something in their little video. You know, their little, that's where they usually kept, or no, I think it was the other one there. They kept the camera on the left. But yeah, that's right, they kept it on that side. But yeah, so like they're trying to, you know, I'm trying to remember, but they flashed their camera not too long ago. But they keep like some recording device on me too, on my property. So that, like, you know, they try to get things and they're spreading around to cops and shit like that, out of context shit. You know, they try to get me, basically. The cops know that because they're trying to get me, too, for whatever. They kept saying some shit like, you know, yada, 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 like this and that. Like, they're trying to get me for the whole preacher girl thing and blah, 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 you know. She showed him the video, I think, of me like trying to set it up to where I was like acting like I accidentally dropped the thing of poison with preacher girl. You can't kill any of my dogs with poison that I use, and that's why I did that. It was to set them up, basically. And they basically had said some shit like, you know, or no, I had said some shit like, oh, finish them off by giving her the rest of enough needed to put her down, basically, because like their dogs over there, the ones over there have eaten, and I've got this on camera, they ate. This is why I think he likes me, because they had their dogs get loose and they ate some of the rat poison over here, and they were fine. You can't kill an old dog, you know, even, and she wasn't that old. She was like 10 years old, you know. They lived to 16. They were about the same as a pit bull. They're a band dog, so they live to about, you know, 16 years old or whatever. They can live a long time, and they're gonna try to go to H. Lee, who's also been working with people on my property and stuff, or I mean on the street and stuff, because he's trying to get local police because he thinks of me as a threat, and like they are, you know, working with him, trying to give him stuff to spread around and ruin me in dog groups. But he's doing it with this lady down the street who's a judge, and there's a cop too that lives with them. He contacted them, and I had told him to do this. And this is after I helped them with the whole investigation thing with Triple J and whoever, because they had sent cops on me, and so I snitched on them back. And I said a bunch of stuff that wasn't even true. Look, here comes another one. Like, they'll do this shit all day. Then they drive real fast. You know, he's probably gonna slow down, but he just wants to act like a badass. Guaranteed he probably says some shit or something. He's gonna try to, you know, that's the one that came at me the other day with the sledgehammer, which I got on film. And like I said, I'm just waiting for him to come on my property, because I'm you know, I'll handle it then. But, you know, they won't do that because they're vaginas. But they'll just come out, like he'll get out of his truck and just act all big and bad. I wish he would come on this property. You know, he pulled a sledgehammer on me the other day. It's nonstop with these fucks. They think that they're hard asses, but they're softer than baby cotton. You know, they're like, oh, you shouldn't record, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well then leave my dogs alone. They won't do that. He'll try to act nonchalant now, even though he's the one who came on the property the other day. Oh, it's alright. When I get this polygraph machine, they're fucked. He thinks that shit's not admissible. It is admissible in court sometimes. So we'll see what the judge says. Oh boy. And the cops, you know, like I had said some shit like I was gonna fuck them up or some shit like that in defense of my dogs, but you know, because I was mad or whatever, you know, that day. But it's like, you know, obviously I haven't done anything to anybody, but the idea though that cops have tried to put it as a target on themselves, you know, and tried to be like, they came over my property one day and these motherfuckers came outside and we're looking outside. Oh look, there's the same motherfucker from earlier, you know, as the dirt biker comes by. Like they do this shit all day, bro. It's like highly coordinated fuckery all day. Like, yo, he's just gonna act like he's gonna go in this car, you know, like of all the times, you know, he comes home okay, now he's gonna open it up instead. It doesn't matter what it is, bro, but they'll come out every fall. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is on my property. If I go outside, this motherfucker's out here doing it. Could be 4:30 in the morning. I pull out, and I've done this shit for fucking. This has been going on for 6 months of documentation of this shit. So anyone with a brain is gonna be able to sit there and be like, damn, something is very weird with that. Because look, this motherfucker was there as soon as that guy comes up. He's the one who came this morning, locked eyes at me, and was acting like he killed my dog, which is part of this troll thing that I said in my phone. Because they listen to my phone and they're in on it. One of them, I think she got into it with my, like way back or something. She was in my phone already or some shit. But they were working with my ex, who they thought that I had cheated on her or whatever, because I made, you know, certain lies and stuff that I had said to try to catch them. And, you know, my ex goes and gets involved with them and local, you know, people like the bitch down the street, the judge, and, you know, she just, you know, she's a liberal, she's a fucking nutcase, you know, she went down and was talking with everybody and trying to say, oh, like, I cheated and stuff. I never cheated on her. I never had HPV either, which is one of the things I said to try to get them to, you know, start some shit up. And they took the bait like a dumbass. So we'll see when that polygraph machine comes. I got you, I promise. Because at some point, you know, the judge is gonna look at it and be like, there's no way that someone can lie about all this shit. There's literally, it's impossible to lie. There has never been a case in psychiatry where somebody has come up with the things that I'm about to tell on this polygraph machine. So they're either gonna look at it and be like, he's the craziest person of all time, even though I've worked tons of jobs and I've done all kinds of shit and I'm going to be working other jobs. And they literally, to a T, bro, to a T, have fucking manipulated and all kinds of shit and killed specific dogs that I've talked about to make it even look like me, so that if somebody went into the records of somehow, like, I don't know if like a phone company can have like all the records of everything you said through your microphone, which I think that they do. That's how the police investigate, which the police were investigating me and probably still are, FBI or whoever. But, you know, it's fine. I got y'all. I don't do anything illegal. There's nothing that I do that's wrong. The other day, Diablo was having seizures. He was perfectly fine the day before. He was literally on film running around the day before, okay? And I fed him and everything. He was perfectly... Would you chill out? I'm taking a video. I fed him. He was perfectly fine. And then, you know, he had the same seizures. It's always the same thing. They always are like pissing blood, or they're peeing a bunch of water, and they're just having crazy convulsions. You know, it's because of like warfarin or whatever the fuck that they're using, and they just keep giving it to a certain type of dog. It's fine, bro. Like I said, it's either gonna be you go to jail or everybody knows it was you. It doesn't bother me none. At the end of the day, there's gonna be some other dog, bro, that comes around. You know, my dogs might not even be the best of all time. You know, at the end of the day, you fucks are literally murdering dogs because you're pussies and can't come on the property and fight like a man. So, again, because then I can murk you. If you come on my property, then I can actually fight you the way I want to and cut your head off. But other than that, you know, coming at me with some bullshit, you know. Imagine being 5'5" and coming at someone with a sledgehammer only to bait me into attacking them first, like the other day. And then the cops are in on it so much. They literally said some shit like, oh, you have to be afraid of them. And then you know why that they said that? It's because I had said that I'm not afraid of them in a troll. Like, they act like I won't just go and get a polygraph machine and expose this shit. My parents, bro, are even in on this shit. They're literally trying to investigate me with my parents, bro. And they're like trying to fuck around and lie and do all this shit. It's incredible. All these people on my Facebook, Like, they're like all trying to get information on it and stuff because they heard about it or seen it. Nothing that I'm doing is illegal, and they're trying to be some type of way about it. That's why they haven't arrested me for anything. They'll sit there and deny all this shit and act like, you know, yada yada yada. I'm the one who told Trump about all this stuff to do, like the Panama Canal and all this other shit, and they're using it for that. And I even helped them too. I even have helped them with multiple things and everything, multiple different dogs. You know, I've helped them with this one in Tampa that they were already investigating, I think. But I told them that there's a place in Tampa that somebody's doing it with, and I'll see if you guys are good, because you guys are fucking trash and investigating people for dog fighting, because they were investigating me. I never do anything like that. I don't like dog fighters. I don't like people who do that shit to the death. You know, overseas they do it a little differently. I'm not that worried about that shit, but I'm okay with that stuff, you know. But the to the death shit, I don't fuck with none of that, and I've been helping them for that, you know, because I heard about some shit, and I already knew that they were investigating. So I technically have never snitched on anybody, but I knew that they were investigating the Tampa one, so, which I have nothing to do with any of that. So, like I said, it's fine, bro. When I get this poly, would you back up off me for a second? These little buttholes are like so cute, but they be scratching you and shit. Excuse me. Hey, butthole. So like, they killed his brother, like I said, Diablo, and then they took his head out of the ground like a bunch of fucking pussies, and took his head out of the ground when because I heard a bunch of noise, and I can't come out every 10 seconds because sometimes I'll be sleeping or whatever. They know what I'm doing, so they'll orchestrate it in a way, like if I'm sleeping, they're like, oh, okay, let's go over the house now, or like, you know, that kind of shit, because they can hear it in the fucking, they're in my microphone, I know, and I think that they're in my video recorder somehow too, with some sort of app they installed on my phone. But they know everything that I'm doing at all times, and they're tracking it. This dude is ex-military, so I know he's involved with it, but I think he kind of partially likes me, which is why he's allowing his dogs to come. Look, he's staring right now. He thinks he's slick. Like I said, you can come over here. Oh, now he's gonna walk away all butthurt. Look, you can come over here. We can finish it right now, because you guys won't make it out this yard. I promise you that. So you can try to lie all you want to police and shit, bro, and frame me. You're not gonna make it out this yard. You come on my fucking property when I see you. So all of my dogs, as you can see, they might be a little thin sometimes, but they are doing perfectly fine. They have done nothing but try to fuck them up for the longest. They don't go after the main ones because they're afraid that I'm going to do something about it, but they went after the one that I needed, Sailor Moon, and so that was the one I had said to go after and shit, in my phone, because I've been trying to catch them. But yeah, I've been trying to give them things to do and set up scenarios where they can go into my phone, or they can go and do it from what I said in my phone. So like I said, even if it's voice recordings, that they'll try to say like, oh, I said that or something, but it wasn't. It's when I was in my house, you know, or in my, you know, with my phone, you know. They try so hard to like finagle this shit, and local police are doing it too. Like I said, like I used to date one from local police. I used to date an animal control officer. The reason why this bitch was even dating me, I think, is because they've been trying to investigate me for years. So she used to come over here, and she was the same bitch that came over when I had reported one of them. The same animal control officer came over and did it like I had said to do, to show that they were investigating me. And like I'll say like little tricks and little things for them to do to show that they were doing stuff. And I had said for that this one bitch named Chelsea Wolf, who I think was investigating me too, you know, I was like, why don't you put like AWC on your name, Animal Wild Life Control or whatever? Because she was one. She was trying to have sex with me to see how the dogs were doing, and they were doing fine. They should nothing. Listen, everything that these people do is they try to finagle shit and fuck shit up constantly and make you look bad on your property, you know. That's all that they do. There's nothing illegally that I've done, other than, yeah, okay, sure, there's a couple of times where I didn't take certain dogs to the vet or whatever because I knew that they would die, because I have experience doing this. I know which ones are gonna make it. I know which ones aren't. I don't have to sit there and take every dog to the fucking vet every 3 seconds because I know what's gonna happen with them. I've already seen enough of years of vets trying to screw me with money, you know what I mean? So I'm doing everything that animal control just came over and said to do, you know. So I gotta put lime out here. Everything looks great, you know. I'm gonna put out the rest of that mulch You know, I still got a lot of work to do today. I gotta put out the rest of the mulch. I gotta fucking cut off the hose thing. Asylum's almost healed. Like, you know, a couple of them are a little thin, but that's because I can't even be out here half the time because I'm worried about them fucking doing some shit. You know, they come out here and they try to threaten me like they're doing right now. This is not normal what they're doing. They usually talk shit when I don't have my camera up. And like I showed in the video is that, you know, they'll say stuff or whatever. And I'll film whatever as long as I want to because it's my property. Because we all know that you're doing it and you're trying to frame me from doing it. They'll act like I'm crazy as fuck. And then they'll show things to the police and the police will be like, oh, well, I think he did it, even though, because they're setting me up. That's their next goal, is that when the police come over, they're going to try to give them some videos and shit to make me look bad, because the police already know about them. The time that they showed up, they already knew about them sending some videos over. And that's what I'm trying to say. They're going to make me out to be something and whatever. So, but it's fine, because by then I'll have my polygraph and shit. So, coming in a couple days. They're fucked. And they're hearing this right now, so if animal control shows up in a day or so, you know, and they'll probably be like, oh, it's because the cops were here and saw whatever, but we all know that's not really what the case is. And the case is going to be that they have set this up so that they killed it at a certain time, knowing I wouldn't have. They're working with my parents so that my parents won't give me certain amounts of money, so they catch me doing some shit and saying that I'm like a bad person, so that they can try to arrest me for something, so that I get away from my parents and yada yada yada, because they've been trying to set me up as a bad person for like 6 months, and being on my phone trying to say like, oh, he's threatening people and all this other stuff, you know. So that's fine. I'll explain it and I'll put it on my channel and get my polygraph machine. Oh look, here comes another car that I think I've seen one time, and now they're trying to make it seem like, you know, there's other people showing up to the house and all this other stuff, which is what I said to do on my phone. Like I said, as long as this machine comes in, it's over, bro. And I wouldn't even be surprised if CIA at this point is fucking giving me something that's gonna be malfunctioned or some shit. So